So today on Is It Worth It, we'll be looking at this Citroen E-C4, and this is the C4's third generation, but now it's joined the electric era with the E-C4, and we're going to give it a full test drive and review, and then also you can let us know what you think of this car in the comments below. Hope you enjoy the video and stay tuned. The Citroen C4 started life way back in 2004 at the Paris Motor Show as a concept car, unveiling its first generation. And then in 2020, after the takeover by Stellantis Group, it is now here in its third generation with this new fresh look. It uses the same EMP1, Stellantis's own in-house platform, as the Vauxhall Mocha and the Peugeot 2008. So let's take a look at the front design of the Citroen E-C4, and of course it shares the same design as the petrol C4, but on the front here, this is in Alexa red, and we have the premium Shine Plus trim. But on the front here, on the bonnet, it's kind of scooped over a little bit, and you've got some kind of cool indented design here on the front bonnet. You've got your Citroen, famous Citroen chevrons there, a tiny little grille here, and then you've got a bigger lower grille at the bottom here, and of course you've got your fog lights with a little bit of detailing here. Usually you can add that as blue to show that you've got an electric car, but I think on this Shine Plus trim you've got it as silver. What is striking are Citroen's headlights. This is what Citroen call Citroen LED vision, and inside you've got three plates here that almost look Porsche-esque, and on the top here you've got a wraparound light, and these are daytime running lights by the way, but it just smooths in and bends all around with the famous Citroen chevron, and as you can see it almost looks like a Citroen chevron there, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a look around on the side profile. So if you can remember back to the Citroen C4 Cactus, which is now discontinued, we still have some elements on it on the E-C4. So have a look here, you've got the plastic black detailing design on here, and at the bottom it goes over the wheel arches. We've got this pattern effect that was on the Cactus, if you can remember, and all the way back here. You've also got some chroming detail on here and privacy rear glass, but also this is optional. It's not actually on the premium trim, the top end. You've got an optional sunroof as well, which you can add. From afar, the Citroen E-C4 may look like an SUV because of that slightly higher ride height due to the battery, but actually you've still got the famous slope of the Citroen C4 that first really took the first generation by storm. And Citroen don't class it as an SUV, they class this as a hatchback coupe because it still has the hatchback boot. So you've got that nice sloping back design on the C4, but also it's ended with a nice rear spoiler on the back. And also talking about the front headlights, you've actually got them on the rear lights as well. These are wraparound LED, and you've got this nice signature red on the back here, so it's very striking. It looks pretty cool. You've also got the Citroen badge here, and of course you've got the blue E-C4 logo there to show you've got the electric version. So let's take a look in the back of the boot of the Citroen E-C4, and it shares the same boot space as the petrol variant. So inside you've got really good space there to pop some shopping and your suitcases in there. Also, if you lift this up, you've got a bit of a lid so you can pop your cables in, but it smooths down. You've got no load lip, it's just very smooth. And also you've got a ski hatch in the middle which folds down, and you've got some little cubby holes on either side as well. So in terms of practicality, it's pretty good in the back of the E-C4, and you've got a partial shelf at the top as well.
So let's take a look at the specs. The E-C4 is a full electric 5-door hatchback built using the same Stellantis's EMP1 platform used on the Peugeot 2008 and Vauxhall Mocha. The model we reviewed was the top of the range Shine Plus trim with an optional sunroof finished in Elixir red. The Shine Plus gives copious amounts of extras, with the standout ones being heated front seats, 18-inch alloy wheels and electric heated steering wheel. The E-C4 is powered by a singular 100 kilowatt motor and a 50 kilowatt battery capacity, which gives 136 brake horsepower, 300 newton meters of torque, driven by a single speed automatic transmission with brake mode. The max speed is 93 miles per hour and a 0 to 62 mile per hour time in 10 seconds, and a combined range between 218 and 219 miles. Estimated charging times: a rapid charge to 80% on a 100 kilowatt DC charger would take up to 30 minutes, and on the other end, on a domestic household 13A socket, it would take up to 24 hours for a full charge.
So what's the interior like inside the Citroen E-C4? Well, first off, I just want to talk about the dash here. You've got some plastic black and silver chrome detailing on the air vent, so it really stands out. And also on the dash here, you've got some rubber effect mixed in with this piano black plastic. You've got a touch screen here, based exactly what you'd find in a Peugeot as well, because Peugeot, Citroen and Renault are part of the Stellantis group, so it uses the same touchscreen. It's very easy to use, but it can just be a little bit fiddly now and again. But you've got a home button there, and you've got a drive button, so you can select which you want. So I'm glad they've got some buttons there. You've got dual aircon with your dual zone air conditioning. You've got a wireless charging pad, a USB-C and a USB port there as well. Just underneath here you do have a 12-volt socket, and also you've got a grip tray so you can pop coins on, and just underneath here you've got a bit of extra storage space as well. Just below you've got quite handily a little cubby hole there just to pop your phone in. It's very useful actually, so you can stand it up there as well. Here you've got your gear selector with the automatic. You've got this lever here, you can select which mode you want, and you've got your driving modes there. Electric only button here, that just shows you, if I press that quickly, have a look on the screen, it'll just show you your battery and your statistics, so it'll give you everything that you need to know about your electric car. Pop back down, you've got your electronic parking brake, and just in the middle, more space here, you've got a rolling top lid, and you can pop your cups there and the cup holders below. So in the front here for your driving position, you've got this unique oval shaped steering wheel with a nice chevron Citroen logo in the middle. Also you've got your audio controls on this steering wheel, but as you can see you've got a brilliant heads-up display as well. What is a bit annoying is your display here, it's nowhere near as good as your bigger display on the side there. This is for your digital cluster, so you should have your range there and also your miles per hour, but it's tiny and it doesn't really look like the same kind of definition and quality that you get in the bigger screen. You do get this quite cool backlight effect as well. Just on the side here on the door card, because you've got the Citroen E-C4, you've got this blue highlight on the side here with some scaling effects, so that's a bit different, and you've got the same rubber feeling that was on the dash as well. You've got your controls here for your mirror, and of course electric windows front and rear. And you've got a bit of a door bin there to store some stuff as well. So you've got an armrest in the middle, and you can pop that open, and you've got a bit of space in there to pop some stuff in as well. This middle armrest though is a bit annoying. You can't really, it does extend, but you can't adjust it any higher and it doesn't stick there, so that's quite annoying. Another cool feature inside the E-C4 is this here. Not only do you just get a standard glove box, you also get this pull-out tray, and that's actually for an iPad. You get an iPad cover as well. Push that back in. If you're charging your car, you can actually sit there, pop the iPad on there, and you can watch a film and you can do some emails, etc. So that's just a bit different to anything else on the market today. Have a look here, you've got your vanity mirrors at the top with lights, and again, this is optional. You have to have this as an option. You've got your sunroof, and that is electric. You can open that up as well. So yeah, not bad for interior design. What is worth noting is the seats. You've got the black leather with the white stitching, and also you've got the fabric material as well. So let's talk about the practicality in the back of the E-C4. Notably first, you've still got a transmission tunnel, which must be an overlay from the petrol version. This is an electric only car, but you've still got one, which is a bit annoying, because with an electric car, you'd have that gone and you could fit someone in the middle. There is definitely no room, if you're not a child, for someone to sit in the middle. And not much leg room here, and the roof line here kind of caves in a bit because of that slopey C4 design. It's just, yeah, it's not the best. I'm kind of whacking my head on the side here. The only good thing is I can say is you've got quite a nice view out the back, a nice large window, and of course you've got your electronic windows at the back. You've got a cubby hole here so you can put some stuff down here. It's not very big though. You've got two USB ports. You've got USB-C there and a standard USB port, so you can charge your phones, and also you've got use of the air conditioning fans in the back as well. It's comfortable, but there's just not enough room. I'll have, yeah, you've got the ski hatch there and a cup holder to put some stuff in, but yeah, space is compromised in the back of the E-C4. Right, so what's the Citroen E-C4 like to drive? Well, first off, just running around the roundabout here, and you can really tell how light that steering is. Incredibly light. I've been in some cars that are designed for city steering, but this is just taken to a next level. You can literally steer it just with your little finger if you wanted. But yeah, what is good at the front is your driver visibility. So you've got this nice wraparound windshield, slightly small A-pillars, but they're not intruding. You can kind of see comfortably, but also I like the raised drive height as well. It is annoying, and it has to be noted that the rear view is obstructed because of that lower spoiler, so that does get in the way and it can be quite difficult at times. So yeah, bear that in mind with the C4. This is a 50 kilowatt battery and the motor is 100 kilowatts, so it's pretty much the same battery that's in the Vauxhall Mocha and the Peugeot 2008. It glides along at motorway speeds okay, but it does take a bit of time to get there. It's quite slow. You can almost get up to 60 miles per hour in 9 seconds, so it is quite slow. It's not built for speed. With Citroen's new hydraulic cushion suspension, you actually get a cushion in between the springs on the suspension, so you get that extra comfort. You can really feel that you kind of bounce around a little bit, and on motorways it's okay, but when you're going on some B or A roads, I feel like there's a tiny bit of body roll, and if you've got passengers in the back, I'm guessing they'll probably roll around. I do have to note though, the comfort in this car is good, apart from the headrest. It just seems a little firm, and also in the back as well, the headrests just don't seem to be that comfortable as well. But the actual seats themselves are very well cushioned, and of course that helps with Citroen's new hydraulic cushion suspension. So I really do get the sense that this car was built more for comfort than for speed. Road noise, yeah, there doesn't really seem to be any, and that's impressive as well. I've been in some electric cars where that's all you hear, but with this, all you can hear is just people passing you. It doesn't seem to be that loud. So I think you could cruise very comfortably long distances, however, whether that's going to be in the range or not. The range on this car is 207 predicted. Real world though, you're probably not going to get anywhere close to that, probably around 150 or 260. And again, that depends on how you drive. You do have 3 driving modes. You've got your normal standard mode, you've got eco mode, which will literally cut the car off. You can't use the air conditioning or anything. It would literally just be to get you from A to B. And you've got the sport mode, which will just liven things up a bit. Yes, it makes the steering a little bit more lively, and also your throttle response is a little bit more sensitive, but you don't get any more power or anything like that. It's the same brake horsepower and torque. What I do like is also the heads-up display. It's very clear, very vivid, and it's in the perfect position for eye level for the driver. Some heads-up displays are all over the place and you've got to adjust your seat every time, but yeah, no, it's brilliant, and you get that standard across all trims, so that's very good as well. So with it being the automatic, the kick down, it's a little bit sluggish. You don't really get much power from that. The good news is though, you do get the rapid charging as well, 150 kilowatt rapid charging, so you can get up to 80% in half an hour. The brakes in the E-C4, they're okay. They're not incredibly sharp and they're not loose either, but they'll do the job well. But all in all, it's a very comfortable car to drive in. and I think I could put up with this for long journeys as well. So a big shout out to the trolley group of Citroen in Bolton for letting us review this car. If you are interested or would like to book a test drive, we'll leave the links in the description below. So let's wrap up this video review on the Citroen E-C4. Yes, we're a big fan of its quirky French looks and that famous comfortable French suspension, but there's not much range, and to be honest, space could be better in the back. Have Citroen done enough this time round? Let us know in the comments below if you think this car is worth it. Stay tuned. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, it will really help the channel out, and we hope to see you again on the next video on Is It Worth It?